the HSBC Women's World Championship. The powerful American Austin Kim leads at the halfway stage. The 25-year-old who's been on a steady rise over the last few seasons. Is Kim ready to break through for a first win here on Sunday? Friday saw Minji Lee produce a stunning 64. Twice a runner-up here, the three-time major champion has put herself in prime position for a first HSBC crown. But surely it won't be easy. Ariya Jutanagan and Hannah Green are in the mix. So too Madsen, Grant and Yu. It's day 3 of the HSBC Women's World Championship. Welcome to the weekend at Sentosa Golf Club. You get the feeling this could well be moving day for some stars of the LPGA trying to put themselves in contention. We'll see how Saturday unfolds. It feels steamy hot out there. There was some sunshine this morning heating things up. We do have the chance of a few storms this afternoon, but hopefully play will have concluded before the storms come in. Your commentary team here, myself, Tom Abbott, along with the major champion Katrina Matthew. Singapore's own Tim Lowe is with us, and Sophie Walker. Early stages of this third round, but let's take a look at the first page of the leaderboard. The last group has just gone through the first hole, par for Austin Kim. Mimi Rhodes birdied the second. The Englishwoman here on a sponsor invite in her rookie season. She's one back. Pauline Hussein Bouchard had a nice start today. A couple of birdies to begin the round, but dropped a shot at the third, and she has battled back to be only 3 behind. Austin Kim, second at the second.
Yeah, dangerous pin here today, tucked on the back right. Can't afford to be too aggressive. A good shot there from Austin Kim.
We will go up to the third, say hello to Tim.
Very good morning, Tom. Should be another fascinating day of golf here on Singapore's Island of Fun. Dangerous hole location as well on 3, arguably the hardest on this very slopey green, perched high above the fairway, and it's on a tiny little plateau. Going to take a very good shot to leave yourself a good look there.
Didn't get off to a good start today. Double bogeyed her opening hole, but there'll be plenty of support for those Singaporean players. We can welcome in Sophie Walker, who is walking with the final group. Good morning, Sophie.
Good morning, everybody. We've got a breeze early here. It's a slight wind change, this second hole into out the left. Pretty similar to this birdie try for Minji Lee. The grain just grabbing that one.
That's a long way short.
That is a long way short. That's going to be good 5-6 feet.
It's been a good start to the championship for Heiran Yu.
Yeah, just a 3-wood to keep it short of that bunker at 257.
There's Charlie Hull on the tee at the fourth.
Yeah, downhill 160 yards today, and a very difficult pin just tucked on that front right. The water definitely in play today.
Oh, Charlie.
Ready.
Turned over her wedge, but it means that at the back of this green, she doesn't have to negotiate the slope, which Minji did. It's got a touch of right to left in this birdie try.
An excellent putt. She has. She's played and looked very composed. I thought she looked very calm, composed yesterday.
Area now for birdie.
Gets right up there into contention for tomorrow.
I mean, this is a...
That's nearly 7 feet.
Yeah, that's like once in a season mistake.
Yeah, I mean, you can see, though, the differences in the grain. You can see the light grain, the lighter is down grain, and then the darker is into the grain. Coming up over a hill.
Well, it won't matter if this one goes in. Remember, Minji Lee battled with Austin Kim, the KPMG Women's PGA. Last summer. Minji looked comfortable at the top of the leaderboard there.
And that's, I think, where the biggest improvement in her game with going to the long putter. That kind of, I would say, 5 to 10 foot range.
Back at the 5th, Mio Yamashita for birdie.
Beautifully. And area making her pass. So a couple of pars to start for the two-time major champion.
Back on the tee, up ahead on the green, Mimi Rhodes for quite the two-putt.
Yeah, back up the hill. Good thing about it. Left to right.
Lindy Duncan missed the green at 4. Missed to scramble a par, which she does.
Very similar for Lynn Grant. It almost feels, Katrina, like if you're in that front section, you're thinking about almost a layup-ish putt, because you're not trying to hold it, you're just trying to leave yourself in a spot like this.
Lopez Ramirez for birdie. Yeah.
And this is going to be difficult coming out the rough. Going to be difficult to stop it. Going to have to land it short, run it up. It's just not quite going to make it. And back down to where we just saw Mimi Rhodes. We know what a difficult putt that is.
Perilously close to a sprinkler head as well.
She is. I'm surprised she's not.
Makes her feel alive competing. Good start though. Aiming at the fairway bunker with less than driver to leave it short. Well, Minjee Lee has holed 2 good par putts on the opening 2 holes. That's 7-footer, and there's about a 6-footer on the first. Same plan here.
Same result for Lee. Now back on the third, Jatanagan rounding out this final group.
3 wood. Less than 250, leave yourself a flat lie on the fairway.
We've all got the easy part of this hole done. Got them in position.
For par, back on the third.
And that was a very good 2-putt from where she was.
I thought I drafted as a 4-5. I was thinking 4-5.
Well, like Katrina mentioned, the easy part has been handled by the final 3-ball at this third. Now the real fun begins, and it looks like it's going to be Minjee Lee first to go. And the thought that Nana Kurtz-Madsen did get up and down for her part. So the day stays at 7 under.
I think it's all of it right now. Yeah, just normal.
Because I want to have like 63.
Yes, exactly. And if there's a pop into it, yep.
Now the difference in the hole location, it plays half a shot harder with a back pin. And Minjee Lee has got a long iron into that back flag from 186 yards, plays uphill and into the wind.
And we heard her say she's trying to land this short, 163, let it try and bounce up. And that's, I think that's a good leave, getting it back there. It's a straighter putt back up the hill.
I think then that guy who's standing right over the umbrella.
Short and especially right of this pin, but it's how you finish there. I think with a long iron you could catch the slope. It's going to come down with a flatter ball flight, but this is an 8 iron for Austin Kim, and I mentioned uphill into the wind. She has 163 yards with this 8 iron. The ball is below her feet, but not as drastic as it would be if she was on the right hand side.
Is that going to stay up? No, just creeping backwards, but green safely found for Kim.
161 yards left for Jatanagon. This pin's only 6 off the back edge.
Angel Yin.
Oh, and a good birdie there from Angel, opening her account for today.
Yeah, right on view on the tee at 4.
Yeah, 160, but playing probably just 150, 145. And that's more of where I thought you'd see a few more players, even though they're coming in with a short iron.
Back foot, lob wedge chip.
Both Minji Lee and Austin Kim with birdie opportunities coming up at this third green. Sophie, who's got the easier leave?
You would probably say Austin, and the difference is she came in with 8 iron and it stuck at the front, and Minji Lee's long iron ran through. Or I'm in 3-putt territory, and even though this is 30 feet, it still can be in 3-foot territory just for the amount of slope that is on it.
They'll be reaching for a marker there. Okay, Minji with this for birdie at 3.
Putting through a wave of this green and aiming down the left side.
Yeah, and a good putt there. You can see the less break on that putt there from Minji, making it a wee bit easier.
Right, set up to the back 9 and Celine Boutier for birdie at 15.
Firm, straight in the back. Yes, well done. Good putt.
And a green at 4.
Back on 3, Jatanagan just looking to tidy things up for her 4. And Minji's going to take comfort in the fact that this is the shortest par putt she's had over the first 3 holes, Katrina.
Yeah, a little less stress on this one than the kind of 6-footer she's had to hole on the first couple of holes.
I find that's a bit of a double-edged sword. You know, you hole a couple of good length putts for par in the first few holes and you feel, right, I'm settled, I'm good, but you miss them.
Yeah, not that you're really wanting them, but I agree with you. It does make you kind of think, yes, I'm holing them today.
So 3 straight pars for Lee.
Opted for an 8 iron, which means she doesn't want to mess with that front penalty area.
That's a miss.
Angel Yin operating out of the right rough for her 3rd into the 5th.
Minji at 4.
Got to agree with you, Katrina. I was fully expecting a 9 iron signal there. Another left one for our leader. Minji Lee next to play. This wind is into, there's some left to right in it also now.
Solid shot there from Minji. Not flirting with the water.
Area is going with the 9-iron. Maybe it's because she likes to see the ball go to the left, favour that left-hand side, so she can beat down on this one and be aggressive through the strike.
She's also probably the longest player on tour. I mean, she doesn't use a driver and is still for as long as anyone else.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where her... Oh, a nice shot there with just a 3-wood.
Talked about Gino Tidekin teeing off the 10th. This is her 11th hole of the day. Here's Charlie at the 6th, second shot.
Yeah, back up the hill, front left pin, very accessible.
Austin Kim chipping here at 4.
Big miss off the tee, but means she's got a lot of green to work with. This all falls away to the right-hand side.
Beautiful. And that was beautifully judged.
This would be huge for Area if she can win here on Sunday. This for birdie.
Yeah, the last few years she's struggled just to finish off with a golden opportunity last year.
Yeah, lost in the playoff, the Chevron Championship. She had it in the bag. And now back over to the 4th. And Minji for birdie.
Well, that would have got her attention. Areas really pulled to the right at the end. 2 cups left to right for a 2.
Trying. Oh, what a putt.
That was an excellent putt. You could see the amount of break she had to play in that. You've got to just...
She's held some good length putts so far this week.
And you can see how it just dives to the right, just in the last little third of the putt, just there.
What a difference that long wand has done for her. Going back to that Chevron Championship, she was playing the 18th hole, was in the lead of the championship, and had the power to get... I'm just going to try and get a little plug away. Had the power to get to the 18th in 2. It was aiming at a Marshall behind the green and basically hit it right on the line that she wanted to be, safely over the back.
Yeah,
only had to make
perfect
par.
spot, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, and then completely fluffed, just went straight underneath it, barely moved.
To the point where the crowd didn't know she had played a shot.
Yeah, because she's generally quite a fast player.
Yeah. And ended up not being able to finish it off. Got into the playoff, 5 players, and couldn't win. I mean,
She has a routine, she wants to stick to it. Lopez Ramirez probably more a feel player. But there are many ways you can do well at golf.
Here on you, coming into the par 5 5th. Nice angle for this back left flag. Could have done with at least. Minji Lee within 1 of the lead and the honour on this 5th tee.
It's a little bit like Don't Forget About Me. Nellie's won, Charlie's won, Gino's won. This is the first start of the year for Minji Lee, and it's like, hang on a minute.
Bill's okay.
This par 5, straight downwind today. As I keep saying, that opposite wind direction, but we're back at 555. The right bunker is in play. I don't think the far one is at 309.
Caught that bunker. It looks like it kicked back down though.
it hit the rake.
I think it's stuck against the rake.
It gets stuck.
Averaged for this week so far 281 yards off the tee box. Driver downwind.
G. Lee with a strange break here. Just push that tee shot a little bit. Watch this. Pitches in the bunker, skips out, and there it is. Wedges up against the rake. Dear me.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what stance she has.
Be interesting to see the difference in driving distance between this 3-wood and Austin Kim's driver.
Whoa, wedge shot hit on you with a lot longer birdie look than she would have liked.
Check in with Mimi Rhodes, second at 6.
Yeah, just from the left side, but just a short iron.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
very
a
good.
good one.
Unlucky break of Minji Lee, ball getting wedged up against a rake at the outside of that first fairway bunker. Stance is going to be a slight issue here for Minji, Sophie.
Yeah, it really is. The ball's above her feet as well. She does have quite a narrow stance in general, and she can get it over the bunker that's 70 yards in front of her. The biggest thing we've just seen is somebody's whacked it off the 3rd tee right and nearly hit Minji. The golf ball is about 10 yards from her now, so she's got to kind of reset herself.
95 to get to the fairway.
You can see Mikey Patterson saying 100 yards, that's all we need. And you've got to keep your balance here. You're looking at a 3/4 swing, keep those legs nice and quiet. It's almost an arm swing, this one. Must carry the fairway bunker at 66 yards in front of her, and this will go left.
Yeah, the main thing with this shot is trying to get it back on the fairway. Because with 295 to the hole, she's still going to have a fair distance in from there. That was a good shot, though.
Well extricated for Lee. Now the turn of Jatanagan.
So Jatanagan hit it 259 yards off the tee box, which is 33 yards less than Austin Kim, which is why she is going to lay up, as we've got a back left pin, and she's got 287 yards to it. She has 244 to the pin, and it's just over 200 to carry the water. And you've got the whole world to the right of that flag. You can't miss this left. You've got about 30 yards of green to go at here with a rescue.
Minji extricated herself nicely from a fiddly spot. She's now set to play her 3rd.
It's from 154 yards. Ball is below her feet, so it's going to want to work its way across that flag to the right. 9 iron.
Great shot there from Minji. Good chance of birdie now.
Very good reason why she is one of the finest in the world. Minji Lee. Gino Titigan's win in Thailand last week, stretching her advantage over the absent Nelly Korda. Charlie Hull making her first start on the LPGA Tour this season. She's the highest ever ranked English woman on that Rolex World Rankings. Now, a former world number 1 in Area Jatanagan set to play into 5.
129 yards, wedge.
Yeah, and another good shot.
So she could do that, or she could take maybe a 54 degree and play it coming out lower and running, which would be the safer of the shots. This would be short of the flag.
Yeah, you can safely cash that bet, Sophie. Smart shot, though, from Austin Kim. Gives herself a look.
Hit on you, second at 6.
Yeah, very accessible pin on the left-hand side. We've seen a lot of good shots. giving yourself a chance.
I saw in her post-round interview yesterday, or one of the press bits that Austin Kim did, that she tries to consume around 800 to 1,000 calories while on the golf course, just trying to keep those energy levels up, as you referenced in our broadcast earlier this week, Katrina. And she does it with cold or ice-cold Snickers bars.
Oh,
She's got a pack of them in the bag, and she just chomps on them.
Not what I would have guessed at someone needing to try and get those calories in, but I think nutrition really has become crucial in the game of golf, in all sports, especially in this heat, because it can be tricky sometimes to make yourself eat.
I wonder how she keeps them cool. I'm sure how investigative on-the-ground reporter Sophie Walker can find out for us. Austin Kim, is this for birdie?
It's a good point though, because Katrina said earlier in the week how her biggest problem in Asia was struggling to eat when it's so hot out here. You take a lot of water on, but you're out for over 5 hours, and then you've got your warm-up before, so you're playing over lunch. So it shows how conscious Austin is of that. I know that she's packed a lot of those types of foods, you know, that you'll bring out onto the golf course. So she's very structured in all forms of her life. You won the bet, Katrina. First to play is Austin Kim. Going through 2 types of grain here. It's dark patch for the first 6 feet, and then down grain at the end.
It's a common sight. You're playing at Sentosa Golf Club.
This is the leave that Area wanted. Speed is key, I find, with her putting. She was shy on the first 2, bold on the third. Get this one right? Yeah, she did.
In a row, could she?
Wouldn't want to bet against Angel when she starts making birdies. This is fast. That picks up speed down the hill.
And a good Spadson trying to climb closer to the top of the leaderboard.
Back to 5, and Minji Lee going to follow in Jutanagan.
Just like you said, they play them and they think they're going to break, and they just don't quite take the break.
Fairway here, as in the fairway cut, is into the grain if you hit the left side and the ball stops, whereas the right is quicker. You saw a little bit of release there from Jutanagan. So it's something to keep an eye on how the golf balls will release or stop.
Yeah, you've got a good view there of what Sophie was talking about there. If you land on the down grain, where the grain of the grass is going with you, you get that kind of scoot on.
Several holes if she's going to have a chance tomorrow. She has the par 5 8th to come. And then in that final group, back on the 4th, Minji Lee. And this putter has made such a difference for Minji Lee over the last 12 months or so. So Mimi Rhodes getting back the winner's line.
It is indeed. Here and you down the hill on the 7th.
It does play half a club up the hill. There's 104 playing 109 for Minji. There's some hurt into her face, but you're right, it's a gap wedge. The false front is 5 yards on and this pin is 14, so really with this accuracy, going after a flag here, 104.
With it, but she's fine. She's got a good chance for birdie. So we go back over to number 6. It's going to be Minji first to go.
just floated that wedge out to the right hand side, and that's why it's left herself with the putt that you don't want, in the sense that you want to be past this pin so you avoid the downslope that she's now got to face. So it's not as easy a birdie putt because of the length, and also because she's coming downhill, down grade, and you can't be aggressive on those birdie tries. Went from 157th in putting to 2nd last year. Quite an incredible turnaround. The confidence that she looks holding this broomstick now, trying to roll in another one.
It was a good try. Yes, she does look so much more confident.
This is the place to be. It's a lot flatter. You can keep the putt inside the hole for this birdie attempt. She has that look in her eye that it might creep to the right on her.
No, not able to convert.
Yeah, just push that one a little. Yeah, sometimes, I'd even do 3 holes, try and be 1 under for 3 holes, try and just break it down into 6 lots of 3 holes.
It's a good tee shot at 7 for Hannah Green, but it's not going to yield a birdie for the just a tiny putt to keep Bevan Yu at 9 under. Oh dear. It's a tiny one coming back to drop 1.
And she's listening to Katrina because she's hitting 6-iron. It's downwind, downhill, and hoping for some release.
You'd think this would be a good opportunity for Julia Lopez Ramirez with her length. She's trying to make a 3 there at 8, and that will be
On the 7th.
She putted 7 at last.
To the 7th we go now with Minjee Lee.
If you can hit the middle of the green here, it could gather the ball to that back right flag. It's 204 pin.
Trying to gather. It's not bad. You take it.
So a 6-iron, 204 yards, but with the adjustment, it's more like a 185-yard shot.
That's a quality shot from Minjee Lee. She's got the best look of the 3.
And she has had 2 looks on the same line. She's actually had to ask Austin Kim to move her ball marker to the right. So expect this one to threaten. It's left to right. It's not as slow as you think. I was going back to the interview she did with Tom yesterday, how she had more time off than ever this winter. And last winter she was trying multiple putters, trying to fix it. So now all is good. She'll take some time off. Cup and a half left to right.
Not this time for Minjee Lee.
Now left herself a little tester down the hill, moving from left to right, probably a cup outside the left.
Needed an ounce more pace. That drop shot means it's a 4-way tie
at 9 under par.
Absolutely. She either needs to give a little bit more brake or a little bit more speed.
Going back to the conversation about Minjee Lee's putter, Katrina, I think not only does she just looks comfortable over it now, and that just gives you a little confidence, gives you a little belief. You start to roll the ball better, you start to see more going, and it's a...
Yeah, if we just watch here, look at this. It's like one practice swing, puts the club behind, sets her feet, and just goes. Which I think just shows to me that there's not someone thinking about it too much. You're not worrying about it. You're just letting it happen.
And that will be to break out of a four-way tie for the lead with the way it looks at the moment. So here's the first page of the leaderboard. Austin Kim back to where she started the day with that drop shot at 7. It is tight at the top in Singapore. Degrees Fahrenheit, into the 30s Celsius, high 30s in terms of the heat index.
Angel got a lovely read from Lynn Grant.
And she didn't take advantage of that read. So that is going to be another par at 8 for Angel Yin, who's got a lot of power and would look to be taking advantage of this hole. Minjee Lee waiting back on the tee. Let's take a look at Minjee's profile. 4th in the world, a 3-time major champion. There's only one active player on the LPGA Tour with more majors. That's Yani Sen. So Minjee really at the top of the game. 8 top 10s in that 2025 season where she won a major championship, the KPMG Women's PGA. And I think what's really impressive, 3 different major wins. She's a player bidding for a career Grand Slam.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's going to be the 2 tournaments, the Chevron and the AIG Women's Open, that she's really going to be focusing on this year.
Third shot for Lopez Ramirez at 9.
And that could be back off.
Looking down like it wasn't the best strike. Hand for her second.
That's the way to play it. Just land it just short, take the steam out of it.
Oh, there you go. Just short right. Maybe clip those trees.
I think she must have clipped a tree. She's one of the longer players, not the shorter.
Oh no, what was that?
Goodness, that was extraordinary.
That little bit of extra length and that advantage off the tee.
It would carries 245 yards through the air. It's an uphill tee shot, but there's some help on this strike.
Look at a fortunate kick down the hill, got a little bit of extra yardage.
Minjee. Is that less than driver? It looks like it. Yeah, 3-wood for Minjee.
Yeah, all I can think of is that you just want to hit it over the 250 mark and then have it bounce down. And the water is 288 on that left-hand side.
Just makes it harder to try and get into that front pin though. She's going to be coming in with obviously a longer club.
Hit hybrid in, so she can certainly get there. No messing around. Wants the right half of the fairway. Downwind tee shot.
Doesn't like it. Oh, it's in the water.
Oof.
Huge mistake there for Austin Kim. Eagle putt at the 8th for Head on You.
As we've seen earlier, it really slides to the right just in the last couple of feet.
This would leap her ahead of that group at 9 under par. It's chipped down. Wow, that is where Austin Kim's ball has finished. She did not go into the water. I'm surprised they were able to find it there. It can be pretty thick on the bank. Yeah, just kind of quietly going about her day. And she said it yesterday, just stay patient out there.
He's hacking it out. Needs to carry it 40 yards to get on the fairway.
Yeah. She's back in play and to the green. Now up on the green, Head on You to get back to 9 under par. Yeah, missed that short one on the previous green, but no problems there. Yeah, second shot for Minjee Lee.
227 yards, fairway wood.
That's going to be a tricky shot. The green all runs away from you. Just what we were saying, when she's not hitting driver off the tee, it just leaves you that long way back.
They're hybrids. This is a 4-iron, but it has some lumpiness to it. It's like a driving iron for her. It's a graphite shaft. 215 yards to that front right pin. Can't miss left.
Oh, that's on the bank, and it's just really thick.
I remember on the first par 3, she hit a short, small 8. And we said maybe she should hit 9. Well, she's going to do that now. It's that same number, so she's going to go for the full 9.
Oh, big mistake from Austin Kim. What happened there? All right, Minjee, a few players have struggled from over here to get it close.
It's a downhill line. It's sat down in the grass. It almost looks plugged in the grass here. Down grain pitch.
And she really couldn't have done any better. She landed it just short of the green, coming out of that kind of nestled down line, the thick bladed zoysia grass. You just can't get any check on it.
So they're going to play on at the green, and Minjee has this long birdie putt now.
Is in the wrong portion of the green, coming up a step, moving from left to right.
Oh, good putt. But I think this just shows where, when a par 5's reachable, all the different scenarios that can happen. It's exciting.
Now one attempt to get to 10 under par slips by on 9. Hannah Green has one of her own. Deceptively quick, this putt.
Seen a few players at pins, just in a really tricky spot.
And this her 5th shot.
She hit 9-iron from 160 yards. She's going to hit 9-iron from 50 yards now. So 10 yards closer, same club.
Yeah, you can see that bunker straight ahead of them. They're just aiming probably for the middle right of that bunker. Just about there.
Hold up, please.
Minjee next to go here. Though it does look like a fairly wide fairway. It is a pretty wide fairway. Just the way that this hole is angled, It's so easy to just lose concentration and blow one into that right rough. We saw Charlie Hull earlier.
She's watching that one. She's done exactly that. Just makes the second shot harder because she's not going to get any stop on it now. Yeah, and pulled it left here yesterday. Let's see if she can get a good swing on this one. That's more like it. Good shot. 152 ball speed.
Angel Yin off the green here. This would give her the lead, and it does go for Angel Yin.
Every decision is interconnected, and the best path forward is the difference between winning and losing. But the right advice is hard to find. Whether it's managing risk or building a high-performance team, Aon goes further. The time for uncertainty is over. The time for better risk and people decisions is now.
Carry that there.
Just thinking into the wind. I mean, I think if it pitches a metre from the top, it gets there, but
It's 27 to the top.
27 top. Touch into it, if anything. Yeah, it is. I think it has to be. What do you think?
Maybe just hit a 3-quarter.
Yeah. It's okay for 15 feet past. You can see that breeze is coming in off the left, so I still think that top's got to be playing 30. Yeah. 3-quarter.
I suppose it's similar to what the 8th hole is. You don't want to be sure. There's no water, but there is a false front. It's 40 yards, but it plays 10 up the hill with slope and into the wind.
Very good.
Shows you the difference when you're coming out of the rough. It was a well-struck shot, but unable to get any grab on that. Lee tumbling on. You'll be able to get some grab if you're coming out of the fairway like Austin Kim, though.
True, but she's on a downslope, so the pickup will be harder. Not quite get the high flight on this 9-iron. 129 yards for her.
Boy, that 9-iron's been getting a workout over the last hole and a half.
It has indeed, hasn't it?
127. Opting for a pitching wedge here.
She looked like she'd got that one maybe a wee bit heavy. Yes.
At 9, Jutanaga.
See her coming up the false front there. And good putt.
It's a birdie putt, but not one you expect to make if you're Minjee Lee, Sophie.
No, suddenly I'm thinking long of the pin wasn't the play. Look at this one, the speed from left to right. Aria's putt was easier than that one.
Yeah, started her day with a couple of very good par-saving putts. She's got a good birdie look here for the American.
And has just holed a raker for bogey, but at this moment in time you're not really thinking about what it was for, it was how it felt. This one will just pour from right to left all the way for birdie.
She'll pour it right in the middle.
It was so difficult. We saw so many players struggle to figure that out, and she makes it for the bogey.
Very good putt there. We've seen a few players let that one leak to the right. Good 2-putt.
This is a par putt for Haydon Yu to stay at 9 under and 1 back of the lead. Hannah Green for par.
Got back pin, which is maybe why it's played more harder for the players. Narrow fairway to hit.
That is perfect. Look at that scampering down. She's not going to have far in from there.
Hardest fairway on the golf course to hit. Just 50% of the field today finding the short grass.
No, I was thinking if Area had missed the fairway, then the odds would be in Minji's favour. I think 10, 11 and 12 are difficult driving holes. They demand a lot of you. 10's narrow, 11 you've got to hit the left side, 12 you've got to hit a fade.
I guess this is why this is the last group. They've all hit the fairway. She won't be used to people being quite that far past her.
Well, the difference between Minji and Austin is 35 yards. Sophie will be able to tell us how far it was between Area and Austin.
It was 46 yards. Now for the Australian, 128 wedge. Pitch this short of the flag and have it release.
She just pulled that. She pulled the ball. Just tends to go a little bit further. She knew the moment she'd hit it.
No wind's really steep though.
No, it's on the help side, but very light.
Yesterday, Austin hit it 307 yards off this tee box. Today, with it.
Let's see if she can take advantage. She can. Good shot.
At the 10th.
Yeah, just went a little long, pulled her shot. Just going to land this just short. It's just got away from her a little bit. A little clumsy. It's going to be a tester now for par.
So they're getting slick. A pitching wedge to this point, and it'll be a breaking left to right birdie putt to come. At least a cup.
It'll be a bit of a difference in length off the tee.
Wiggled off to the right, just in the last foot.
Well, Minji has watched Austin Kim from over on this side of the hole. This for par though for Minji.
Yeah, you'd have to think this is just left centre. Oh, and it's just moved out there as well. She'll be annoyed with that. Just a wedge into that green.
Yeah, there's
a mistake.
Throwing one away.
It's a good look from underneath the hole at 11 for Greenie. You can see two birdies on the 11th in the same group. This is Heiran Yu. Got to say that was a soft bogey from Minji Lee back at 10. The mistake really was with the second shot. Got to shake it off here at the 11th.
Her approach play hasn't been what we expect from Minji Lee, but this is her first event back on the LPGA Tour for 2026.
Leading like that, it's a little right, more than a little right. Finds the patch of rough between the 11th fairway and the adjacent fairway running up the 9th.
Be her first bogey since round one. Made 4 bogeys on Thursday. Can be her second 3-putt of the week.
Less than ideal for Lee at 11. to 13 and Hull for birdie.
That was.
So that birdie for Julia Lopez Ramirez. Tricky one for Minji Lee at the 11th.
Yeah, just short right, has to throw it up the slope. Perfect.
Retract that, wasn't that tricky at all. Just walk in the park for Minji Lee.
She just clipped that off beautifully. Watch this, she just slides the club under the ball, clips it off the top, very little divot, a little bit of check. Easy.
On the left half of the fairway, you had to fade one. This one is like a draw putt, though.
Looking at the grain, trying to look and see which way the grain's going.
Were there any tips and tricks you employed back in the day, Katrina, of how to figure out the effects of grain or try to pick out the grain when you...
Birdie putt here for Hannah Green at 12. Take the outright lead.
Had a lot of bunker to come over.
Now Minji.
Fine.
64 yesterday for Minji Lee to put herself into contention. Birdie at the 12th, getting to 10 under par. Angel Yin, of course, matching her with the birdie at 13, so they are tied for the lead. And now Minji with a difficult birdie putt.
It's a triple breaker. Off the shoulder, then comes back. To this flag, it's because you haven't quite hit it how you wanted to, but check how much this one breaks from right to left. It's significant.
Well, after that good caddying from David Ella on the bag for Ariya Jutanagar, she's got this for birdie to get to 9 under.
I think she wanted to hit the easy 8 iron. He said no. Be brave, and you can be with this one. Hit it firm.
Just a misread. Kind of played it up that left side and it just didn't move.
And if you're out there watching Angel, now we've seen how difficult it is when you miss the correct portion of this 12th green with that flag on the front. Minji save par. Angel, of course, 3-putted this.
Yeah, just back up the hill, right centre.
Yeah. Level par for the day.
Oh, hey run. Leapfrog Green and Yin at 10 under. This is for Eagle.
Angel Yin at the 14th. Take the outright lead again.
Yeah,
64 yesterday.
That count push. Yes, the left edge of that. Just straight.
You can see the two different tee boxes there. The first 2 rounds they were back. They've moved it up today, giving the players the opportunity to go at this green in the back left pin, the front left pin.
Now we're going to see Minji Lee take the same line as Kim.
Oh yeah.
Someone in the gallery liked it for good reason. Up on the green to do exactly what Angel Yin did about 15 minutes ago on this hole.
short putter to a long putter. It's whatever works, and Aria has obviously tried to hit driver before, but it does not work for her. Fantastic tee shot from Lee. She has 180 yards. To cover the bunker is 170 yards, downwind, 6 iron.
There's a little runoff at the back of the green. I think that's just going to catch it.
Yeah, just difficult with the 6 iron and downwind. Greens have firmed up in the sun.
You think this is pretty elementary for Minjee, back of the green. Lots of real estate with which to work. Glorious shot, and it's an eagle putt for Aria Jatanagarn, Sophie.
A super 5 iron. Now, right to left for a 3.
After that stonking tee shot at 13, Austin Kim. Is this for birdie? And again. On the 13th, Minjee Lee has herself the opportunity that would move her alongside Aria Jatanagarn and within 2 of your trio of leaders.
Yeah, nothing much happened for Minjee today after 64 yesterday. This would get her under par for the round today. She's an experienced player. She's going to stay patient.
She knows championships are won on Sundays, not Saturdays. That takes Lee up into a share of 4th. And yeah, like you said, Katrina, it's looked a little untidy on the par 5.
Here's a major champion, Ayaka Fudaway, winner of the Mundi Evian Championship a couple of seasons ago. This for birdie on the 18th hole. That gets her to 7 under par for the championship. It'll be Minjee next.
The Aria had a sand wedge in her hand, but she changed to a gap wedge because she couldn't be sure, and it was back into the wind. Minjee has been pulling some wedge shots. She's slightly unnerving with this flag just 5 off the left, but if she aims at Aria's ball and hits a pull, then it's be all good. 113 left for Lee.
Yeah, good sensible shot, taking the problems at the front out of play.
Lopez Ramirez now to just finish off a par here. You always get nervous when we go to these ones. Oh no. So that's just kind of a bogey from nowhere for Julio Lopez Ramirez.
For the outright lead on 15. Trying. Oh.
Okay, let's see how the short game is for Austin Kim here. Pretty good indeed.
Tough putts.
There have been 3 birdies there on that par 5. As we go back over to 14.
That was a good chip, wasn't it? She played that so quickly. She walked up, looked at it, thought 14 yards is where I need to be, back 2 practice swings and played it. So there was no second guessing there from Austin Kim. Minjee on the high side of the hole. She's got to be careful with this one because it's very slick. It'll just dribble from right to left. It's the best approach shot that she's hit today. Can she make the most of it?
just golden from Minji Lee. Seeing a lot of putts go in of late here.
Right. They've suddenly found the distance, found the line.
Now, area.
It's great to see Area playing aggressive golf shots. This one here, pin high, actually means there's a lot of swerve on this from her right. Good couple of cups from right to left here for birdie.
Here's how the 15th has been playing for today's third round. It's yielded its fair share of birdies, slightly more accessible hole location than that we saw on the lower deck on Friday. Still, you have to say you want to err on the right-hand side of this pin, Sophie.
You do. It's kind of falls, the high side's on the right and it all falls away to the left, and the carry over the trap is more. And front pins, when there is a 30-yard sand bunker in your way, means that you're probably going to opt to go longer. It's 165 to carry the trap and 170 to the pin.
Pretty solid there from Minji Lee, exactly where she would have wanted to leave it.
To the 16th, Angel Yin for par.
Well, see one, play one. Minji Lee trying to follow in Jatanagan. It's gone wandering on by.
Yes, so short. You don't see the trouble that's lurking behind.
Austin Kim with a birdie look on 15, Sophie.
Putting down the spine here. It'll be quick. And we'll try and wiggle away at the end.
I don't want to jinx it, but Minji Lee has looked very solid over this particular range of putts this week.
She has, but that one's actually trickled on further than we thought, actually. But she has, as I've said a couple of times, I just love the way, once she's set, she's so quick over the ball.
Yeah, that longer one really is working a treat for the number 4 ranked player in the world. Minji Lee brushes that one in nonchalantly, stays 2 behind Iran Yu.
Now Minji.
12 out of 13 holes so far has been into grain on the left-hand side of the fairway.
Good shot.
He said you can drop it up there if it is wet. Pick it out.
I think that's going to be in the water. Most of them.
You've got 2 daughters that might know some of those
Maybe.
songs, yeah. Charlie Hull for par. It's a costly end to the day for Charlie Hull. Did find the penalty area with a tee shot at the 17th, so she has dropped out of that penalty area. Will be playing her 3rd. That's the lie of Minji Lee.
No caddy is going to let a player go at this pin. Wedge.
Pretty big mistake, especially with a one-shot lead, to find that water left of 17. So this will be Ranju's third. Much is going to depend on the lie. Can't quite tell from that camera angle how it's sitting.
That was difficult. She just didn't really have enough green to play with.
Back down to 16, and Minji for the birdie. Well, from what we've seen, 5's a good score.
It's a bogey putt now for Ranju at 17. Costly error. It's going to drop her out of the solo lead.
Now, Area Jutanagan to effectively tie the lead. Let's see if Austin Kim can make birdie.
Only has 65 yards left. Runs away from her. It's down grain. It's just right to left.
Screaming for it to sit. At the 18th, Angel Yin's third.
Back down the hill, just chopped it onto the green, let it run down. Very nicely done.
Lynn Grant for a birdie.
Tee on 17 we go, and Ji Lee.
And the trouble is with this pin, which is crept over the bunker, is if you do manage to hit between the bunker and the flag, it's down grain, and there's a shoulder which just takes it down grain and right off the hole. It moves it away from the hole. 8 iron for Minji. It's 152 yards, this 17th hole.
The best we've seen. What a shot. Just drew a 8 iron in.
That's how you hit it close on 17. She can afford a little smile.
Has also pulled an 8 iron.
She doesn't like it. I hope it's not left. Oh, down where Hiran was. Feels she needs to not even go at the flag here, just go a little bit left of it, try and take a little bit of that downslope out.
She's almost playing this like a bunker shot.
Did what you suggested, Katrina, and I think that was very...
Hannah Green for a birdie at 18.
Coming through, dark grain patch to start with, and it's light at the end, left to right, right to left, birdie putt.
This would be a great comeback after doubling the previous hole. What a good way to finish. Go in with some positive thoughts.
Ago down the hill was Austin Kim to drop just one.
And that's 2 remarkable bogeys she's made on.
Boy, it was a good shot into 17 for Minji Lee, who has this to tie Hannah Green at the top. Fabulous. 2 for Minjee Lee. And a pair of Australians now sit at 11 under par. There are 2 winners from Australia of the HSBC Women's World Championship. Anna Green and Kari Webb. Minjee Lee has just tied her countrywoman with a birdie on the 17th. But still, 18-hole course winning this in the early stages of the championship. Both Hannah Green and Minjee Lee, Kari Webb, scholarship for Sydney Globe points. And well, ranking points tomorrow, money on the line, increased purse that can bite you.
It's not easy. I mean, we've seen even the leaders get into trouble on different on holes. So yeah, I mean, if you just a little bit, as you were saying.
So, a bit of a longer walk to this forward tee box for players coming up from 17. And it should be Minjee to go first. There you go, that's how this 18th hole is playing. 5th hardest. Only 7 birdies today.
Yeah, even though the tee is up, it's a difficult pin position, tucked over that bunker on the right-hand side.
Tee boxes, so that forward tee just further up to the left.
And you have to say, Tim, since the 14th hole, Minjee Lee has been Minjee Lee in terms of approach to the green. She has hit some beautiful shots, and that is why she has got the honour here on 17. It's 381. You can take it a lot further left. The clock of the clubhouse is the line here. The wind is helping the Australian. And actually, the more left you go, the more access you could have to that right flag. Driver.
Yeah. Camera limits. Yeah, at the age. So what's
Good shape. Now, area.
Today, aiming at the middle of the hospitality rather than the right edge from this forward tee.
Looks like it started over your head, Sophie, down the left side. He certainly hasn't been speedy. They've been out there, as you can see from the Rolex clock, 5 hours and 4 minutes. Booming it down there.
Your husband caddying for her. They look like they're having a nice time these couple of weeks in Asia.
She's had a few weeks off. We talked about the fact that she put the clubs away for a month and looks refreshed and ready to come back and potentially get another win here. Now, area at 18.
Huge break, missing the bunker. 170 yards, 8 iron, because you don't want to be long in the back bunker.
It's going to be in that back bunker, Sophie. Minjee.
It's hidden, isn't it, that flag behind the front right bunker. If you go at it directly, you'll hit the downslope. Minjee has 120 yards.
Can you just come forward towards me?
There's no wind to speak of. Long of the pin is where this ball is wanting to finish with a wedge.
Strange bounce, but I think she was fortunate.
I think she was very lucky there. Just carried the bunker and no more. I nearly lost where it bounced. Oh, just carried the bunker by about a yard.
look from Minji. This is where Austin Kim finished up. Looks like she didn't go down into that thick grass.
It's a couple of inches, and because she's right-handed, she can get into the back of this golf ball easier than if she'd be left-handed. The ball is below her feet from 92 yards. Minimum carry is 87.
She didn't like it, but I think she got away with it. Now the bunker shot for Area Jutanagan at 18.
Actually not too bad a bunker shot. She's got a lot of green. She just needs to get it out and it's going to roll down.
The sun is shining on this 18th green. Boy, that was slick, wasn't it, from Jutanagans? It just kept moving away like glass, which means Minji Lee's birdie putt will have some left to right turn as it gets towards the hole. This would be an incredible last hour of golf for Minji.
Should be a par at the 18th, but yeah, she may look back tomorrow and think this was really a key stretch for her from 13 onwards when other players had struggled on the closing few holes. And Minji made birdie at 17. Played that stretch from 13 in if she makes that putt there at 18 in 3 under. She's 3 under par for the day.
Here she'll feel a lot better. I think she'll feel disappointed. She's not taking advantage of the par 5s. A couple of really slack shots there on 17 and on 8 leading to bogeys. But then you could look and think, well, she made 2 really good putts to make those bogeys. They both could have been doubles. So I think she'll walk off disappointed, but maybe when she gets back to the hotel, she'll look at the scores and think, well, okay, I'm out, not in the lead now, but I've still got a chance.
This to finish with a round of 72. It's going to be a 73, but yes, you know, coming into the day, if somebody had said you're going to shoot 73, but you're still going to be in the hunt, she probably wouldn't believe you.
No, and I think coming into the week, if you had said to her, you're going to go into Sunday 3 shots off the lead with a chance to win, you'd have taken it.
Challenge from behind.
Yeah, which might be a more comfortable position for her.
Area now for her par. That could be costly tomorrow. And she falls back. So that's going to be a round of 71 played there by the 18th. It's not something you hear every time. There's certainly a lot going on at the HSBC Women's World Championship. Plenty of things to do away from the golf course. Folks really enjoy coming out to Sentosa to watch this championship. And they'll be watching Minji Lee tomorrow, trying to win for the first time in 2026. Yeah. There'll be a lot of eyes on Minji. There'll be a lot of eyes from Australia on this championship finish tomorrow, because we have 2 players from down under leading the way heading into Sunday at the HSBC Women's World Championship. It's going to be an interesting dynamic with 2 players that know each other's games very well, have known each other for a long time in Hannah Green and Minji Lee.
Yeah, and we're teammates at the International Crown just at the end of last year, which they won.
In Julian, Heidan Yu starting the day 1 shot back. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays out here on Sunday at Sentosa. Tough to pick a winner as we go into the final day. We hope that the weather cooperates on Sunday. We know it's going to be hot and steamy out there. Let's hope the storms stay away, because this is going to be a really fascinating watch. Myself, Tom Abbott, Katrina Matthew, Tim Lowe, and Sophia Walker. It is goodbye from the HSBC Women's World Championship. We will see you tomorrow to see how this one unfolds. Bye for now.